What if I told you that everything we've seen in The Chosen so far, the miracles, the sermons, the healings, the journeys, was only the prologue? What if the real story, the most powerful chapter yet, hasn't even begun? Because season 6 isn't just another season, it's the turning point, the beginning of the end, the road that leads straight to the cross. A season where joy collides with sorrow, loyalty is tested to its limits, and hope burns brightest in the darkest night. And trust me, no matter how ready you think you are, you're not. From its very first episode, Season 6 will carry a weight unlike anything we've seen before. The atmosphere feels heavier, the tension sharper. The disciples, who followed Jesus through every trial, sense a shift in the air. They don't fully understand it, but we can feel it in every look, every word, every silence. And at the center of it all stands Jesus, calm, steady, but carrying a sorrow deeper than ever revealed. Then comes one of the most unforgettable moments in history, the Last Supper. But this won't be a distant painted image. It will be alive. We'll see the disciples not as perfect icons, but as real, flawed men, laughing, doubting, sharing glances full of questions. And when Jesus breaks the bread and lifts the cup, those words, "Do this in remembrance of me," will land with a force that feels intimate, fresh, and painfully beautiful. It won't feel like history. It will feel like we're sitting at the table ourselves. But that night doesn't close in peace. It closes in betrayal. Judas, his name forever tied to one of the darkest choices ever made. And Season 6 will take us into the complexity of that decision. Judas won't be shown as a simple villain, but as a man caught in fear, doubt, and temptation. Watching his path unfold will be heartbreaking, because in his weakness, we'll see shadows of our own. His betrayal won't just wound Jesus, it will wound us. And while Judas falls, another disciple faces his own collapse, Peter. Bold, fiery Peter, who swore he'd never fail. Yet, as the night grows colder and Jesus is taken away, Peter's courage crumbles. 3 denials, 3 soul-crushing moments. And when Peter breaks down in tears, so will we. His arc in Season 6 may become one of the most emotional journeys in the entire series. But the testing won't stop with Judas and Peter. Every disciple will face fear, confusion, and despair. Picture Roman soldiers storming the streets, religious leaders conspiring in secret, chaos echoing through the temple courts. Some disciples will scatter, some will hide, others will cling desperately to a fragile faith. Bonds will be strained, loyalties torn apart, and through it all, Jesus will keep moving forward, knowing exactly where his path leads. Season 6 will not shy away from the tension. We'll see the trials, the religious councils, the Roman judgments, the crushing weight of watching innocence condemned while justice collapses under fear and politics. The silence of the crowds, the roar of the mob, it will all feel uncomfortably real. And yet, in the middle of the heartbreak, there will still be moments of grace. That's the power of The Chosen. It doesn't just show the pain, it shows the love shining through it. A quiet gesture of kindness, a tearful glance between friends, words left unspoken but heavy with meaning. Those small human details are what make this series unforgettable. And in Season 6, they'll remind us that love endures, even when the night seems hopeless. The creators have already promised breathtaking visuals, the flicker of torchlight in the garden, the trembling of hands that can't decide between courage and fear, the silence of Gethsemane as Jesus prays alone. Performances that reach into the soul, bringing out the humanity of each character. A story that doesn't just entertain, but transforms. And if you think the season is heavy already, wait until the finale. Everything will build toward one of the most powerful cliffhangers ever seen on television. A moment that won't just leave us eager for Season 7, it will leave us stunned, shaken, and desperate for what comes next. Because while Season 7 has been teased as the grand finale, Season 6 may very well become the most moving chapter of them all. So I'll ask you this. What are you most anticipating in Season 6? The sacred beauty of the Last Supper, the crushing weight of Peter's denial, or the devastating heartbreak of Judas's betrayal? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be reading them. And if you're as excited as I am for what's to come, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because The Chosen is about to step into its most unforgettable season yet, and you won't want to miss a single moment.